Yeah, my heart is still racing. It's like probably 80 degrees out here pretty easily. It's probably like 90 degrees in this car. But it is always the times I'm like I've been filming a lot, but there's a handful of times where I'm like, I'm probably not gonna find anything today because it's Monday. It's after 99-cent day. And they're cleaning up and they're trying to do stocking, but they're, they just got a lot going on, because usually Mondays they'll stock some, but they'll also pick all of the color of the week items off of the shelves. So they stock, but they don't stock as much as other days. And so I'm thinking, I don't need to film. And then I found Warhammer. Like, what the? And some of them got their boxes. And I don't know, like, it's a pretty decent sized box, and I don't know what's at the bottom of this box. Like, I see the 3 boxes of figures. I don't know what condition they're in. I don't know, if the whole box is Warhammer. Who knows? But I do know that if those pieces are in decent condition, there are like hundreds of dollars in that box. And it was $3.99. And I didn't film it. And then, like, I wasn't having a panic attack. It was just, that adrenaline rush of finding something you almost never find. Like, I've found some cool stuff so far this year. In the middle of a toy bin, I found a bunch of vintage Transformers, and that was cool. I found a bunch of vintage Jurassic Park dinosaurs in one, and that was cool. But neither of those, like, literally made my hand shake. So, anyways, it was exciting. I needed that. I did find some other items, but after that I didn't even really film anymore, because it was just like, I was just thinking about wanting to go home and look at this box. So that's what I'm gonna go do, is I'm gonna go home and we are going to film me unpacking this Warhammer box. I'm excited. All right, guys, I'm definitely like nerding out. I'm gonna go over, so I went to 2 different places today. I'm gonna go over really quickly the other things I found. There's not very many of them. And then we're gonna crack into this Warhammer box. I have no idea what to expect. They might not be that valuable, but I know I can make a profit. But if there's some good ones in there, or if there's several that are like $10 to $20, anyways, I'm excited about it. I haven't been this excited about finding something in a minute. It's just like really rare to find them. I found them one other time and they were just really horribly painted, like a toddler had painted them, and the asking price was a little higher than I wanted for the condition that they were in. But other than that, I have 16 years of doing this, and this is the 2nd time that I found them. But anyway, so real quick, I went to, the first place I went is a place I haven't gone before. My mom actually recommended it, and it's just this little, like, sort of rundown, old, like, probably like a furniture warehouse or something from like the 60s. But it's been turned into this like sort of thrift store. They just advertise it as a yard sale, and apparently it's open Monday through Friday. And I expected things to be like way overpriced, but they're actually reasonably priced. So I don't think that many resellers know about this place. So I am going to, these allergies are killing me. I am going to check that out probably either at the end of the week or beginning of next week. And I'm going to go in there because it's cash only. So I'm going to go in there with more cash. I only had $6 on me today. And really do some digging and looking into things, because I mean, there were like varsity jackets for $15, and like I know I can find many things in there to resell. So that was cool. What I found at that one, I did find this McBaby, and it's from 1995. It's new in package, obviously, but it's like nursery decor. And it was only $2. I have no idea if this has any value or not, but it being vintage and new in package and baby themed, a little hint, not hint, but advice or just knowledge. Baby making season is more over the winter and leading into spring, but especially over those like Valentine's Day months. I guess people start to get bored at home in the wintertime, and then they also want to rekindle the romance. And so, like, I have a bunch of nieces and nephews, and most of them were born in the fall or late winter. So I have found that baby items tend to pick up over the summertime going into fall. Because people are aware that they're pregnant, they're starting to plan for their nurseries, they're going to baby showers. So I have no idea if this is valuable, but for $2, I would imagine I can at least get $10 to $15 for it, maybe a little bit more. And I do like to start stocking up on baby items. Then I found this pair of Western wear jeans, Lawman, and they got like this really bedazzly logo on them. They are a slim, so they are very tiny. I would imagine these would probably fit best for like a teen or a preteen, but they have these cool like buttons all the way down, and then they got these like little splits in them. So because of the styling, like the size isn't ideal, but the styling, I decided to go and pick them up because they were only $1 and they're in good condition. But yeah, I'll have to do measurements because I don't know what it's labeled as. It's labeled as a size 3, and I can tell you right now that it's not a size 3. That is like a 00 at best. Again, I think they're probably better for like a preteen or early teenager. But yeah, I'll try to, you know, even like $15 or something on those, and that's a good profit. This, I don't know who this is, which intrigued me because it is by Just Play, which they make, I want to say, oh Lord, I've done forgot. They make a couple different brands of toys that kids like. I just cannot think of them right now. I think I'm thinking about Warhammer. But it is Kate and Mim Mim. And because I haven't heard of it, I would guess that there wasn't a lot of it made, or maybe it was like a show or something that just didn't like catch on as well. But it was just, well, it says $1, but I think she only charged me 50 cents because 1, 2, 3. Yeah, she only charged me $4 total. And if she had charged me $1 for this, then we would have been at $4.50. But I don't know what value she has, but it is new with tags. The tags does have a little bit of wear to it. But for 50 cents, I will sell it. I'm sorry, guys. We just had the yard mowed yesterday, and I just went out with the dogs for like an hour, and I think it's catching up with me. This is super cool. This is like, I think somebody used it as a planter, but there's no like actual, there's not even really crazing on the inside. So I'll have to clean it out, but it's not bad. And it has a double-sided like 3D owl on it. I think it was like a hobbyist piece. Overall, it's in really nice condition. It does have like a couple little nicks in the like glaze, and then like a little tiny flea bite there. Again, I don't know how much I can get for this, but it was 50 cents, so, you know, even 10 bucks is good. This one was the last thing I got there, and it was in a free bin. He is one of the more collectible characters. There's certain toys that go for pretty decent money. I could either sell him on his own for probably like $5, or I'll just put him in one of my Disney lots I have. But because of his character, it tends to draw attention, so it was free. All right, then I went to Goodwill, and I wasn't gonna film because I went in and it just didn't seem like they were really doing a lot of stocking. So I was just gonna do a quick run around like I do sometimes, and they also didn't have any mystery bins or mystery toys that I could see. So I was getting ready to go, and I looked down. Well, I should go, I'm getting too excited again. I should go through the other things I found first. We'll go through those really fast. So I found this giant textile coffee table book. A lot of, like, as far as bigger coffee table books go, you want to find things that are like random or more rare topics. Like Native American coffee table books do pretty well. Very sort of just random things like designers, certain artists. The coffee table books that are more like American themed or something that's just like more known don't tend to have as much value. But when I saw this one, I was like, those designers are gonna love it. The dust jacket does have some, like, it doesn't have rips, but it just has some like sort of wear, I guess, like little dimples and creasing on it. But otherwise it is in very good condition. And basically it has like tons of pages of various textile prints. And the only sold comp I found for this was like $20, but there's only 8 listed, and the lowest cost one is at 40. So I think that I could probably list it at like 28 or something. But with it being $2.99 and just, you know, obviously it ships media mail, so that's probably like 4 pounds. The shipping won't be crazy. So that should sell all right. And then I'll have like, I mean, some of them are listed at like $2.75. What's listed right now is around $40, and then what's sold is $20. So I kind of just cut the difference on that one. I did get me 2 little CDs because I do have the CD player in my car, so I'm trying to find music to listen to in the car. Ooh, Lord, I forgot that was in there. I wrapped up a mug inside this shirt. I found this shirt. I have no idea what it is. But I like the graphic. And so, as long as it's not just something weird that I don't want to wear, if it has no value, then I'll wear this one because I like the graphic on it. But I figured it would be decent enough to look up and learn about, and then if it's not worth selling, then I'll just wear it. Then I did get this Louisville pottery mug. It always pretty much does well. This mug seems to go for about $20 to $24, and it was $1.99. No chips or cracks or anything like that, so it's really clean on the inside too. But yeah, so that should do well. And these are awesome. I saw them and I was, here, let me cut this stuff off so I can show you better. And I saw the bookends first. I just knew they were bookends. I was like, I wonder what those are. And for some reason at first I thought they were like cherubs or something, which cherubs are slowly making a comeback. And it's actually kind of hard to find those like more iconic cherubs that came out in the 90s as far as decor goes. But when I got closer, I realized it was the Thinking Man. And he pretty much never goes out of style. But then I noticed the quality because, like, the wood is, like, lacquered. And it's very smooth. Like, it is, like, dusty. And there's a couple little, like, flea bites on the, like, wood part. But then it's got this, like, I think it's hollow, but it's like a brass figure. Good weighted. It does have the felt, which the felt needs to be glued back a little bit. But the quality is pretty nice. They're not super cheap, you know, cheaply made. Actually, I think that's like a brass inlay. So that's cool. It is a brass inlay. So I think these should do all right. I have not looked them up. I do not know the value, but bookends do pretty well. Nicer quality vintage bookends do really well. And then the Thinking Man is sort of iconic. So especially for like a nicer library or, you know, nerd. I'm a nerd, so I can say it, but these are super cool. Like if I had more space, like my own place right now, I would probably just keep these for myself. But yeah, I'll look those up. I don't know what they go for. I expected when I picked them up, I was like, oh, these are probably gonna be like $10 or $12. They were $2.99. So I don't know who is doing pricing today, but thank you, because I got a little bit of relief there. But yes, I was about to give up because I actually hadn't even found these other items. I hadn't found anything. And I walked by an end cap for the like glassware and like dishes aisle. And I looked down and I saw this box wrapped in plastic wrap, and I was like, I wonder what they put in there. And I expected it to be dishes, and when I caught the wording on it, and I was like, does that say Warhammer? And like I literally froze. Like I was just staring at it, and then I came back and I was like, well, I better grab that, because there were a lot of other resellers in there today. So I'm not sure if they just weren't looking at the glassware. Like I think there's a chance that because it was in the on the glassware in cap, I would say most of the resellers in this area stick with like electronics, clothing, toys, like stuff that isn't like breakable. So I rarely see them, especially any of the guy resellers, going through the glassware. So I have a feeling that's how I got lucky. But I saw the Warhammer, so I scooped it up, and I really have no idea what all is in here. Like this is all I could see, and of course this was like sort of it was on the very bottom shelf, so it was just catching that like through the plastic, where I was like, you gotta be kidding me right now. So we are going to open this, and I have no idea what to expect. This could be the biggest letdown of your life for all I know, but I'm just happy to see that word. You know, like I could open this and this might be all Christmas ornaments or something. I hope not, but we're about to find out. So bear with me. Now at first glance, it looks like a mixture. So I don't know what's in these boxes. These boxes may not even be Warhammer. But there are like 4 boxes. And then it looks underneath it like there might be like model train parts. So we're gonna find out now. Oh god, they are Warhammer. Whew. Look, here's the thing. If you've been reselling for any amount of time, like, well, not any, but say 5+ years, you've at some point probably learned about Warhammer. And you know that it is valuable, and you also know that you don't find it very often. But what's even better about Warhammer is it's rare. Many of the ones that are listed, especially like the older ones, like the older they are, it's hard to even find them in the US. Like a lot of them get like sent over from like the UK. So there's just not enough on the market for the demand most of the time. So there are certain categories as a reseller where you know if you find it, it's probably gonna fly off the shelves. Like video games, especially vintage video games, you know, like really iconic 90s t-shirts, you know, just certain categories, they're gonna sell pretty quickly. And Warhammer is one of those. It is one of those. So we have 2 metal cannons. One does look like it was painted. So it's, because if you don't know about them, they generally all come like gray or silver, depending on if they're metal or plastic. And then people can paint them. So we have a bunch of these soldiers. A whole bunch of them. 1995. So I'll try to give you all a closer view. I never know yet if I'm holding it close enough to the camera or if it's focusing or what. I'm just still trying to figure that out. So and sometimes they're better if they're painted, depending on how good the paint job is, but most of the time they're better if they're unpainted. This one is missing a stand. We won't count that one. So we got all of those, and it looks like 7, 10, 15, 16. And then we got these little shields. And we got these little decals from 1992. So I'm guessing these 1992 shields go with those decals. And then in here also is we have a metal figure. So the metal ones, the plastic came out like in the 90s when it started being plastic. But prior to that, most of them were metal, like die cast. So this one has been painted. Not sure what he's worth or who he is. He looks like some sort of scribe. And this one is dated 1984. So that one's probably a good one. I'm gonna put all these other little guys in here. All right, so that's box number 1. Wonder how many is supposed to come in here. I mean, it doesn't really say it, but there's, in the pictures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I don't know if only 8 comes in here. Maybe that's 2 sets or something. All right. So then we got some more of the little decals, some more decals. Here's a base. I wonder if this guy goes on here. I don't know if he's gonna go back in there or not, because that looks kind of rough. Oh, no, he went. So that makes 17 of those. 18. 19. 20. And we got 2 more shields. And I think this one says, I think that's 92. Maybe they did make some like this still in the 90s. I've only ever seen the like plastic ones from the 90s, unless they're like the more collectible ones. I'm not sure, but I think this one says 1992. I don't think that's a 7, even though it kind of looks like a 7. But he's like a horn blower. I don't know what that is. And we got like another scribe here. These are both the die cast. So those are awesome. Oh Lord, y'all. $3.99. Whew. All right, I'm gonna put these in here with these guys too. All right, and put your shorts. And I'll just lay those here. So that's box number 1 and 2. Now we got box number 3. Now these look like they were like sort of painted, and these are like archers. I'm gonna see how many we got. 1, 2, 3. Let's see the year on these. 95, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So 24 archers. I don't know if that's the technical term. I'm sorry. I would love to get into this. I don't have enough time. So I don't know all the names of things, but I don't know if I even showed you all the box, but this is the Empire Army. Anyways, so 24 of those. All right, and then this is the, ooh, it feels heavy. This has weight, that's good. Box number 4, before we start seeing what else is in this box, which it looks like a mixture of some things, but they're all very collectible. You know what? I kind of want to just go back to the Goodwill. Like, I might go back before they close tonight, because whoever donated these things has more nerd things. They have more things. So I want to know where they came from, and I want to know what else they donated. Like, I'm very curious. So this is the last box. Uh-oh. I don't know if we have his head somewhere, but there's a headless horse. It looks like it came unglued, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to do anything with that one. But we got this horse. Let's see if it's got a... I can't see a date on that one. I think somebody tried to glue these in here. I don't think you're actually really supposed to do that. But the glue comes off like really easy, so I'll probably just take that glue off. Get it back to its like original. And if somebody doesn't want to glue it, they can glue it. With fresh glue. Alright, so anyways, we got these like 2 horses. Oh, I'm so excited. The rest of these are all metal. And some of them look really cool. Alright, so we got another horn blower. This one is on his pedestal. I'm not sure. 1984. We got this guy with this long something another. Got some sort of writing on his sword. We got this guy, this battle axe, or battle clobber. I don't know. He looks like a horse rider. Oh, so that one's a horse rider too. So they would go, they'd probably have a metal horse, but that's another one. So like, I imagine, well, we're not gonna mess with the one that has a glue issue. But yeah. And we got another, he looks like he's got a wolf head on a spigot. Another metal one. You can go on a horse. And we got this very angry, where's my dinner? We got his sword. I feel like they actually have the names on these. Hero. Yeah, that one's Hero. I'm trying to read this one. I can't read that for sure. Anyways, another battle goblin. He's telling everybody where to go. Another spigot guy. And another spigot guy. Very exciting. Very exciting. And we did find our horse head. I mean, I can probably, what I might do is lock the 3 horses together and just disclose that one of them needs his head glued back on. Because a lot of times they'll come also, some of the figures will come like a model kit. So you'll actually put the figures together like a model. And there is an extra base in here. So out of that box, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 metal figures. Nice. And then we already had 3 others, so that's 13. And our 2 metal cannons. I'll hold up my cannons. All right, let's see what else is in here. Hodgepodge, made in China, lifelike. So there are some lifelike train cars in here. I need to get my life together. All right, so we'll put any model train stuff we find over here. I would imagine most of these are lifelike brand, and a lot of these can do well by themselves too. Depending on what they're valued at, I may just lot it all together because I don't deal in a lot of model train stuff. We do have this Warhammer cannon. Looks like a machine gun cannon. Now we got 3 cannons. And there's another metal figure. Another lifelike car. Train car, that is. We're ending up with like a whole little train village. A motel. Another train car. RFP. Another train car. Looks like a Indian train car. Then we got another battle axe plastic guy. We got this guy carrying a keg, so he is about to get liquored up. And we got, oh, Maryville. It looks like a military depot. That will go. And we got a train church. And a train, like a police landing pad. We have another plastic battle axe guy. And we got another metal figure. Another plastic battle axe guy. We got some train cars in cases, so I don't know if these are more valuable or less valuable. This is a Burlington Northern. I have noticed Like, so there are certain brands, obviously, of trains that do better, no matter what size they are. But for like Lifelike and some of the, not lower end brands, but brands that aren't as sought after, I have noticed that the smaller train cars tend to do better than the bigger ones. And I think, I don't know why that is, but maybe as train collecting evolved, people had less space, or I don't know. But I have noticed that the smaller trains sometimes do better. Now this one is die cast. The others were plastic, but this is also a Burlington Northern. I'm not sure if this one's, I'm gonna check and see if this one is also Lifelike. Yeah, it is. But that's definitely a die cast train. Oh, it's got the little number on there too. I don't know if that's the, I don't think that's the right number for that train, but anywho, that is cool. And then we got another painted Warhammer figure. Let's see, we got a little base. We got a very dusty, lifelike remote. We have a little Warhammer treasure chest. And then we have another, I think this one's actually die cast too. Baltimore and Ohio lifelike train car. And then we got the Union Pacific. Yeah, a good little train car collection going. Flight school, a little village. Tony's Marina. We got some more Warhammer battle shields. And we got this guy who's carrying a ball. No, you can't have that, baby dog. No, I'm sorry. We got this little, I don't know if I want to mess with this. This stuff, if it explodes, is awful. No, I'll decide if I want to mess with this or not. Basically for landscaping. We got another case cover, but I don't know that it goes to anything. And we got the transmitter, the track. Trying to see if there's a yeah, it's lifelike also. No, ma'am. Nobody wants to hear you barking. You can't even look. That's not even a plush. You can't even chew that. That's ceramic. I know it has eyes, but you can't chew that. And that's a toy. You can't have that. I'm sorry. Then we have some more battle axe. We got a big old stash of battle axe guys. We got, looks like 3 more sets of the shields. Couple more bases, so the ones that are missing bases, we can sort that out. And we got a whole bunch of the track for these trains. So that's good. That's like for your little circuitry. Put those over there. Now, another stand for Warhammer. There's another treasure chest. It's not on a base. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be on a base. I would imagine it is, but another base. We got some lichen for your landscaping of your train mobile. More shields. Another battle axe guy, battle axe guy, battle axe guy, battle axe guy, battle axe guy. Got probably 30 of those now. This is another painted one. He's the one holding the cannonball. He's actually painted pretty well. 1984. And then another metal scribe. What is this? This looks like it went to something, but I don't know what it went to. It's like a little part of a, probably somebody's staff or something. I'll have to figure out where that goes. But yeah, that's awesome. So we got lots of these little plastic guys. I don't really know the value on them. So I don't really know what to expect for all that. I can put all the shoes together. Towels. Yeah, I would say we got a strong 30, if not more, of the guys with their little battle axes. And then we got our archers. I think we had 24 of those. This box is empty. So I'm gonna put the extras in here. And we got technically 3 horses. One is missing his head. One needs to be re-glued. This is a base. And then 5 bases that we can figure out who they go to. And 6.5 of these things of shields. And 3 of the shield decals. And then, so that's all the sort of plasticky stuff. Then we got like 3 metal cannons. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 metal figures and 2 metal treasure chests. So I am very pleased with that. Not to mention all of our train parts. Which I'll look them up, but I might end up just lotting all that together because that will be a much faster, like, these will sell decently. Probably not, most of these train cars will not go over like $10 to $15. Every once in a while you get a rare one. Some of them are only going to be worth like 5 to 8. And they will sell over time, but for that amount of money, with this many pieces, with the tracks and the transmitter and the train cars and the little village pieces and the landscaping, I think that would be a much better deal if I put them on, you know, as a whole lot and then just do as is, because, like, you know, these little plasticky, like, model buildings, like, there's, like, aged glue and little imperfections, which the collectors are pretty used to, because they understand how it works. But, you know, if you list them separate, it's easier to take pictures of every side of every building and everything. If I'm doing it as a lot, I'll probably do it as is, because I can't even load enough pictures to show every imperfection. The train cars all look to be in really good condition, so those shouldn't really have an issue. And I probably won't test out the transmitter. those tend to not break. They're made really well. So I'm just going to put that it has not been tested. So that way it can sell. It will sell for a little bit less probably, but it'll sell faster, and then I don't have to worry about condition issues. Now the rest of the Warhammer, I'm going to have to look up because I have no idea the value. But yes, I'm like almost definitely going to go back up to the Goodwill. Because this, I know this was put out today because it's a green tag. And they just started green today. And I have no idea, like, who donated this? Like, what else did they donate is what I want to know. Because generally speaking, anyone who collects this kind of stuff has other very collectible things. So, yeah, I might make another trip up there in a little bit. I'm actually craving some chicken nuggets, so I might get me some chicken nuggets or something. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me and exploring this exciting mystery box of Warhammer parts. And I will post like comps and everything throughout the video, and then I'll also try to give, well, definitely at the end of this, I will give y'all a total of what I spent and a total of the estimated value, because this one is definitely probably one of my better haul videos for what I spent, because it was like $20 for everything, because I think it was $16. I rounded up at Goodwill and it was like $16, and then I spent $4 at the other place. So for $20, I gotta say, I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm feeling good about it. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna get off here. I got a couple more videos I want to make, stuff I did over the weekend, and I'm probably gonna take that other trip to the Goodwill. And if I find more stuff, I'll let you know. But yeah, if y'all can subscribe or like or comment, I am slowly gaining traction, and I'm very appreciative of it. And I hope y'all have a good Monday night, and a good week. Thank you. Bye.